Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. My name is Saiful Haddan, and together with my co-author from the Bandung Institute of Technology, Universitas Teknokart Indonesia, and Adi Nurhayati from Telkom University, Eki Ahmad Zaki Hamidi from Win Sunan Gunung Jati, Galih Nugraha Nurkafi from Research Center for Telecommunication BRIN, Tutun Juwana and Nana Rahman Sanwas from Institute Teknologi Bandung. I'm honored to present our research titled Design and Integration of Name Data Networking in 5G Architecture. Here is the outline of my presentation. I will begin with the introduction and problem statement, followed by our proposed architecture and methodology. Then I will walk you through our simulation setup and evaluation metric. After that, we will dive into the result of comparative analysis. And finally, I will conclude with our finding and direction for future network. As we know, 5G network are required to support massive connectivity and ultra-reliable low-latency communication, or URLLC, which are critical for industrial automation and the tactical internet. However, the current IP-based 5G architecture has notable limitation. Its host-centric model leads to inefficient bandwidth utilization, elevated signal and overhead during handover, and redundant data transmission that ultimately degrade the quality of service. To address this, named data networking are in the end our compiling solution by shifting the paradigm from host-based to content-based retrieval and leverage in network caching and base forwarding to significantly reduce both latency and backhaul traffic. Despite its promise, there is a clear research gap. Currently, there is a lack of practical, standardized architecture blueprint for integrating NDN into the 5G core. Existing studies are mostly conceptual or focused solely on quality of service evaluation, missing detailed function mapping. The core challenge is how do we embed NDN primitive, such as the pending interest table, forwarding interest base, and content store into 5G network function like the UPF, SMS, and AMF without disrupting established control plane producers. Our motivation is to design a deployment blueprint and introduce a case-driven fallback mechanism to ensure handover resilient in high mobility environment. Proposed architecture to address this challenge, we propose high-level architecture divided into four main domains. First, the radio access network, where the user equipment acts a native NDN consumer or producer in via the GNB. Second, the MAC or edge layer, which hosts NDN forwarder and local content store to serve requests in close proximity. Third, the 5G core, where the MF and SMF handle to control plane, and the UPF acts as the PDU anchor for the user plane. And finally, the NDN core and data network representing the external network with core router and content repository. The key design principle here is hierarchical routing using edge forwarder for local delivery and core router for inter-domain traffic. How do we map this function practically? On the control plane, we extend the AIF and SMF to support ICN or NDN PDU session and name prefix registration, while synchronous NDN state with the user plane during mobility. And on the user plane, the UPF in enhance width NDN providing and caching capability. The SMF provision name-based routing and chaos policy via the N4 interface. Lastly, the MHC integration is dynamically steered by the control plane to enable opportunistic caching and edge offloading based on the user location. And the core innovation of our research lies in this hybrid handover signaling mechanism. We introduced a case-driven handover decision logic. When a handover is triggered, the system evaluates both radiometric such as RSLP and SNR and content availability, specifically the case hit. If the target JNB has a case hit and sufficient capacity, the handover is approved. However, if the case hit condition is not met, the system reject the fallback and maintain the existing path to prevent unnecessary signaling. The result is an architecture that inherently provide resilient again radio link failure without requiring a full IP session re-established. To validate this design, we develop a Python-based simulation framework modeling 500 by 500 meter area, and we test firing scenario ranging from 2 to X GNB and user equipment load from 5 to X G device. And then we focus on three key validation metric. First, handover success rate to measure connectivity reliability. Second, fallback efficiency to evaluate the ability to recover from handover failure via caching. And three, cache hit ratio to assess the efficiency of our mapping. Okay. Let's look at the result regarding GNB density. First, uh, in terms of caching efficiency, and then maintain a stable CHR, cache hit ratio of 57.11% to 59.69, where the IP baseline is 0% more importantly. And then reduce average latency by a significant margin of 48.4 at full deployment, dropping to 1.13 millisecond, 1.13 millisecond compared to 2.27 millisecond for IP. And then, furthermore, it achieved 20.x higher peak throughput in the end 202.23 versus AP 179.2.19 and reduce packet loss by approximately 30% in HGNB configuration, and in the end 11.21 versus 16.10. Next, we examine the impact of heavy user admin load. First, under a heavy load of XG user, and then achieve a handover success rate 59.20%. compared to 38.680% for IP, representing 53% improvement resilience. And the caching scalability in NDN is also impressive with the cache hit ratio scaling up to a mean of 18.6% under heavy load. And crucial, our fallback efficiency reached 45.4% at edge user. This means nearly half of all potential handover failure are successfully mitigated by end-to-end caching while IP remain at 0%. And latency is also maintained at 15.3%, lower under peak load. And for NDN, 3.74 microsecond, and for IP, 44.15 microsecond. What do this result tell us? An architecture placed the content store at the MAC layer successfully eliminated redundant core network transfer file. And operationally, our case-driven decision logic significantly reduces unnecessary handover attempt, maintaining session continuity even under heavy congestion. And therefore, we highly recommended the proposed end-to-end to UPF and MAC mapping for URLLC and density IoT deployment to ensure data path efficiency and seamless fallback recovery. In conclusion, uh, we have successfully designed and mapped end-to-end primitive to 5G UPF and MAC nodes. Our case-driven handover signaling enables seamless fallback recovery at either entirely absent in traditional host-centric architecture. When we achieve superior resilience with 45.4%, fallback efficiency, reduce latency by 48.4%, and highly caching efficiency peaking at 88.6%. And for the work, we plan to transition from algorithmic simulation to protocol level emulation using mini-NDN or NS3 NDN. And we will validate the N4 interface modification and UPF processing overhead in a standardized 3GPP environment. Okay, thank you very much for your time and attention. My contact information and my co-author email are on the screen. If you wish to discuss this further, I would now like to open the floor for any question. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.